Hello and welcome to Friday Art. I'm Kate Field, artist and teacher, and it is so lovely to have you here. So whether you've been following my art tutorials for a while or whether you are joining me for the very first time, you are most welcome. Today we're going to create a still life with a bit of a twist. Going to be using collage and some stencils and a pen. It's a quick, relaxed project, perfect for experimenting with shapes and textures and a few well-placed lines. It's going to be a little shorter than my usual Friday art sessions because I'm pre-recording this while I get ready for my holiday. But I didn't want to miss the wonderful chance to share something creative with you. Now, you don't need to be an experienced artist. Just gather some scraps of paper, a pen, some glue, and let's see how a few simple elements can come together to make something beautiful and unique. So when you're ready, let's begin. So for this quick little tutorial, I'm going to be using some acrylic paint. You could also use poster paint. That would be fine. I'm keeping to sort of blues and greens. I quite like just having a minimal palette. I think it works really well. I'm going to start off by making some collage papers. I've just got a sheet of newspaper. I've got a couple of stencils. You don't have to use stencils. I've got a little sponge. You could use a soft brush. And to get this effect, it's very easy. And it's just a lovely way to play. I'm just going to let's just take part of this. Again, just an ordinary sheet of newspaper or magazine paper. Oh, that's going to be nice and messy, isn't it? Let's just pop that on there. Just put some paint in here, sort of the green, turquoise, blue and white. And the first thing I'm going to do is just put some of the colours over the top of the newspaper. You can work really quickly and it's just fun, actually. We can have some fun. So I do hope you are well. It's a slightly bonkers time of year for me at the moment, which is why I'm doing some little August mini tutorials that I hope you are going to enjoy as I go into my crazy September. As a lot of you know now, who followed me for some time, my daughter is getting married. So it's all very, very exciting. I'm just going to layer this one over here. We are still experiencing a heat wave here in southwest England, which is rather nice because I live by the sea, so I'm very lucky. I can just pop down to the sea. So you see, very, very easy. Just keeping the colours the same and just creating collage paper. I haven't used any water on these at all, so they will dry very quickly. I'm going to make my collage still life in my junk journal. Now this is a concertina junk journal made up of a whole load of papers from an old 1990s computer programming book that my husband had. Really nice paper. Anyway, I've made a concertina, so you just kind of open it all out. And I've already put these pages in, just using the same colours that I've just done with the collage papers. I've got a few other lovely things here that I haven't done anything with yet. But I'm going to do these. I quite liked answers, so I thought I'd leave that there. But that was quite funny. The lovely thing about a concertina book is that you get to do one side and then you can turn it over and you can do the other side as well. If you want to know how to make a concertina book, I will put the link below. I've done quite a few tutorials on making your own junk journals that you might like to check out. So we're going to take a couple of pages at a time. Let's just work on this one to begin with. I do like to start my journals with a background. Not always, but most of the time. So I'm just going to use this sort of sponge to go into the edges of this, because I've kind of missed those. Again, I'm just sticking to these colours. You use whatever colours you want, but I quite like just kind of sticking to a colour theme. But I have been known to break my own rules. So you are allowed to do that as well. So just getting it into the edges just of this particular page, and because I'm not using any water, it just dries very quickly. Now I've got these pieces that I did. They are very dry now, and I'm going to create some collage papers or collage pieces by tearing. I'm going to be using some scissors as well, and I'm also going to use a ruler, just sort of break up some of these. Now all of these, again, the colours will all work together, and then we'll do something else at the end to kind of bring the whole thing together and make it pop a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of these. I've got a double page here. I've got lots of pages actually. We'll see how we go. But to start with, I'm just going to stick these onto the page just with a glue stick. You use whatever you prefer. I know that some people like to use double-sided tape. I always get in a mess with double-sided tape. I'm not quite sure why. It doesn't always work for me. It seems to have a mind of its own when I use double-sided tape. There we go. I have seen some wonderful collage artists and tutorials here on YouTube who use it beautifully. There we go. Just sort of mixing these up a little bit. Again, I'm still working on my background. Now, when I'm teaching, when I was teaching in schools and in college as well, trying to get students to do their backgrounds first was it was almost like, oh, I know what I want to paint, or I know what I want to draw, and I just want to dive straight in with it. I understand that the temptation's huge. Don't do it. just let's create our backgrounds. Backgrounds are really important. So this is just ordinary newspaper with acrylic paint on it. I'm going to do a few more bits, and then we're going to go in with the pen, and then we'll finish off with a little something special. Got those pieces stuck on there. I'm just going to put that to one side. I'm going to take these pieces from the newspaper stencils that I was doing. And what I'm going to do now is to do a little bit more stenciling, and this time in purple. Now I haven't cleaned the sponge deliberately, because I want to have some of the leftover paint on there, because that can work really well. So with stencils, you can have kind of an idea of what it's going to look like, but it's always a little bit of a surprise, which I quite like. So I've just got purple on there. Just going to do this one now. Again, going to the edges a little bit. Oh, that's a bit too blue. Let's just get that in there. If you haven't got stencils, you could do marks. You could use sponge. You could do prints with like a potato or something like that. We're just breaking up the space like that for those two, and then I'm going to get my circle one. No, I'm not. I'm going to get lines. I've just had another idea. I was just remembering that I had been using this stencil for another project. And I thought, I wonder if we could do a little bit of a combination. I've got some darker blue. I'm just going to put some of this over the top. Like this. Again, you can use things to print with. You don't have to use stencils. And quite often I will make my own stencils. I'm thinking of doing a tutorial on showing people how to make their own stencils, actually. If you're interested in that, perhaps leave a little comment. I love reading your comments. They make me very happy. I like to know what you're getting up to. I like to know what you're doing. I like weather updates, always good. So if you're a little bit shy, you don't know what to write in the comments, you could tell me what the weather is doing. There we are. So they are considerably darker, which is what I wanted. And again, they will dry really quickly. So I'm just going to show you what we're going to do now, because I love this bit. So I'm just going to put that like that. We're going to create some shapes, some bottle shapes. And what we're going to do is just going to fold that one in half, just loosely. Again, this is just on the paper, on newspaper. Just going to grab a pen so that you can just see this easily. Gosh, this is messy, isn't it? Let's get something else to put on there. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to do too many things at once, I think. So I'm just doing half a bottle shape, which I'm then going to cut out like that on the fold, and then open it up. This paint was a little bit wet, but that's going to be my first vase, I think. And then when we get this one in, that's going to be our first shape. You see how that contrasts a little bit with the background. And of course you can do that in just so many ways. Let's just fold this one in half. I'm going to do a different shape for this pot. You could also just cut out rectangles. See, and we've got another one like that. That's quite fun. Let's do some just plain rectangles. Just taking this shape, this collage paper. There we go, and that can be another one. You can put one in front of the other and start sort of playing around with them, or you could just do your edges, cut them freestyle, tear them. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to put those, I'm going to stick those on. I'm going to do one more and then we will finish off. So I've stuck that one on there. I'm going to use my marker pen. You could use a felt tip pen. I'm going to go around the outline of these like that. Oh, I give that one a bit of a shake. There we go. And obviously you could put flowers in this, and then you could write some words however you want. So we could do We could do a flower actually, couldn't we? Let's just put in a little doodle of some flowers. But again, you can be as precise or as loose as you like, and just have some fun with it, as I am. Which is, you know, these could be painted. You could do all sorts of things. You could put some patterns on here if you want to make them you make them more decorative. Let's have them as if they're sitting on a ledge. like that one. And then just to finish these off, I'm going to use acrylic pens. I'm going to do a little bit of yellow, just little hints of yellow. So it's not like I'm colouring in the petals. That's not my aim on this one. It's just to give this little hints, and then again it's just like little hints of pink in these flowers, like that. And you just use it very, very lightly. It just kind of lifts it a little bit, and it's quite fun. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that one and that you've got lots of ideas. If you haven't liked yet, and this is something that you have enjoyed, then that would be wonderful. And feel free to leave a comment. As I said before, I always love reading your wonderful comments. And if you want to see some more, look at this one, because I think you might like it. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.